Hey guys, so I am back, excuse my hair, it's really annoying me, with more theories about Ezra and A and things that are going on, things that I've kind of come up with as I've been watching some videos and stuff that I've come up with, things that no one else is talking about. So, my last video got almost 200 views. I can't tell you the last time I almost got 200 views on my videos, which is fine, but I was really excited. Obviously, people are watching these videos, so I wanted to give you some more information. So I just read an Entertainment Weekly article with Marlene King. She's confirming this is not a red herring. This is true. Ezra does play into the A team somehow. They're not saying he's uber A. We all know that Mona was the original A. This article explores that. And that in order to get out of Bradley, someone came up to her and asked if they can play the game with her and kind of took over the role. They said that one person in the show knows for sure who the big A is. And more people might know as well. And those things will be explored. I think the one person that knows will be announced in the Halloween episode, and then we'll explore the rest in season 5, I believe is what she's saying. So if you haven't read this article, it just came out about 2 hours ago, I believe. And it says, that Mona always thought that Big A was Redcoat, realizing that's not true. We will find out for sure, 100%, no tricks, if Allie is alive or not in the Halloween episode. I'm thinking she's going to show up and be like, I'm back, bitches, or like something. I totally understand now why we haven't seen her. And, with Mrs. Grunwald saying, he's watching you. And if she comes to you, he's going to find her and he's going to know she's alive if she is alive. And it makes so much sense now. A lot of things are starting to make sense after almost 4 seasons, which is crazy that I've tortured myself this long and not really getting many answers. This says, for you all, is this relationship with Arya genuine? She said, I think you have to wait and see. I think that's going to be some of the fun of Halloween episode, is answering that question in a dramatic way. I've also read that they knew that he was going to take this turn when Mona was revealed as the first A, which is a while ago, and Ian Harding himself, the actor that plays Ezra, knew starting in February of this year that they decided to take his character in a different way. They were going to take him totally different, apparently, and then they switched him to something entirely different, which goes to show that the writers are kind of coming up with this as they go along. So a lot of times when we post theories, or a lot of people do their Tumblrs and their blogs, they may be reading those things to get ideas of things to do. So people that post, and just as fans, we do have, I think, a good amount of control, because we can generate some of these ideas ourselves. So don't underestimate your ability if you do a blog or a Tumblr, or you post videos as well on here, which I think is really neat. And I thought that they had a template, but I had no idea that they had been adjusting the plot and changing things as they went along, which is so cool. So let me get into what I've discovered. Okay, so I've read that the idea is that maybe Ezra has a multiple personality disorder. This makes so much sense. Now, guys, think back, all right? First of all, this could just be something very normal. But we just saw him snap on Emily, and we've never really seen Ezra like that. Not saying that that's a part of his illness, or if he has one, but we saw that dark side, and it was very recent, and I don't think that was coincidental. Secondly, remember at the beginning of the season, it's either the first or the second season, when Spencer was going into Philadelphia to a mental hospital. I can't remember the name. Someone please comment below. And they were trying to figure out this person that went there. First of all, remember we had the Eddie Lamb. Okay, I'm starting to think that might be Ezra's kind of name that he used for something. I'm also thinking that Ezra was in that mental institution and way back when, and that, remember when the girls went to the psychiatrist and they discovered records for a person that said, those bitches need to go down, those bitches da 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 da. Did we ever figure that out? I don't think we did. Maybe I'm totally off and maybe they already said this. I don't think they said that was Mona or Toby or something. We thought it was Toby. We started to think that. I'm thinking it was Ezra. And then we know that the Fitzgerald family has a lot of money, okay? So sending the doctor off, paying her off, not a big deal, right? I do think Arya's involved somehow. It will be the ultimate betrayal to not only her family and her friends with the community, but I feel like Arya has been so suspicious, especially this last episode, okay? Someone also said when they were in A's lair, there was pictures of Ezra on that board with when they had couples. They had Caleb and Hannah in different pictures. I don't know if that means he's not a big part of it, but maybe it was a way to distract them. Also, just because Ren is on that board doesn't mean he's not a part of it. Once again, it could be a trick, just so when somebody sees that, they're like, oh, I don't think it's Ren. I'm just telling you that A is very smart, and both Ren and Ezra are very smart, accomplished professionals. So just because if I was A, I'd be putting pictures of myself on there too. So as for the person, remember we thought Toby was the one dead and Spencer was convinced she went to Radley? I really think it's Noel. Noel Kahn is the one that's dead. I would be very surprised if it was Jason, but it would make sense too because Jason, I believe, might have paid the money to find out about his sister's body when that $50,000 showed up in Ezra's drawer and he said he sold a car. I'm thinking that Noel, in one of the first seasons, I can't remember if it's the first or second, when he's like, I know too much, or I know, I know something. I forget exactly how he said it. It made it think that he knew that Ezra and Arya were together, okay? I think that Noel knew that Ezra was a part of the A-team or he's A. And when Ezra changed his grade to an A, I don't think that's convinced. Yeah, of course he's going to give him an A, but I think that was a clue, okay? But I do think Noel Kahn is the one that was dead in the woods. Just because Noel may have been the one, maybe that's what's going to transpire. We're going to find out he was the one that was dead and Noel was the one that knew. Because Marlene did say that one person knew and maybe more people do as well. Who is peeking through that eye in A's lair? Okay, everyone thinks it's Allie. I absolutely do not think it's Allie. This is why. If you look at pictures of Allie's eyes and Cece's eyes, they're different. They're both blue. They're different shades of blue. Allie's eyes are more like mine, where they're a darker blue. Cece's eyes are a lighter blue. They're very sparkling and very piercing. And if you look back to that scene, I'm telling you, if you go back to Cece's eyes and whatever, I'm really, really convinced that it was Cece that was looking through that eye. I really don't think it's Allie. Maybe it was, but I'm telling you, the eye that we saw was not Allie. So if they want us to think it was Allie, they used eye double or something. That's not Allie's eyes, okay? Those eyes, they're very piercing and they're beautiful. And you remember those eyes, and I remember those on Cece because I can't stand her, but I always said, wow, she has such gorgeous eyes. And yes, Allie's eyes are pretty too, but they're different. If you look, just Google the pictures of the girls and you'll know what I'm saying. So, lastly, I also, and people have been saying this for a long time, don't think the fact that Arya is the one that does the shh at the beginning is not a coincidence. I'm telling you. Also, people are mentioning the abbreviation A-team. So we're doing A for Allison, T for Toby, E for Ezra, A, Arya, and M for Mona. Makes sense, right? Maybe true. I don't know. I mean, I would love, it sounds sick. It's not a real life. If it was real life, I would be like, no, don't make Arya part of it. I would love Arya to become a part of this. I would love the fact that Arya knew this, or, I would just love that. I also have this weird feeling about Byron Montgomery still, and I got that feeling yesterday. There's something going on with Byron. He is very dark, the way he acts as an actor, and the way he speaks, and whenever he's on camera, he seems very dark. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe Byron and Ezra are connected somehow. I don't know. So that's just some of my newest theories. I know that more is going to come in my head, but I hadn't noticed anyone else talk about Ezra, that mental institution in Philadelphia, and the person that was talking to the psychiatrist and he had the records about those bitches need to go down and da-da-da-da. No one's really talked about that because they're things from way past seasons ago. And those are things that just stood out in my mind. And at this point, I'm not convinced that Ezra is Big A. This is the thing. A lot of people have said this too. There's certain things they are not going to reveal to us till the series finale. Is he a part of it? I'm sure. Okay? They're pretty much telling us that. But there's no way he's Big A. We're not going to know that for a really long time. I know they have season 5. I don't know if they have passed that. When the show ends, I'm going to be really upset. Because, like I said in the other video, the show stimulates my mind. It actually makes me crazy, to be honest. The fact that we have to wait for 2 months. Little less than 2 months. I'm like losing it. I have season 3. I'm going to rewatch season 3 in that time that we have, maybe like 7 weeks. I'm going to watch that, and maybe I'm going to come up with some more ideas. I really like doing these theory videos on this channel, so hopefully you guys like them too, and there will be much more to come, because as I'm watching season 3, I'm going to take notes, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty of clues in there. Now that we have some pieces, we kind of know what to look for, so when you go back and watch episodes, you might be able to draw connections between characters now. Just a tip. So happy reading. If you haven't read the Pretty Little Liars series, read it. It's fun, totally disconnected from the show, but it's a good read. And you know what? You have almost 2 months, so you might as well do something Pretty Little Liars related, right? So I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and watch out. A is watching.